Hey, Bob.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How's it going?
Good, good, good. You?
No complaints. Did I see that you have your dates already for the fly high
Yes.
next year? Okay.
Yep.
I'll take care of everything.
Don't ask me what they are.
No, I know what it is. It's right after the 4th.
Yes, yeah, the
Yep.
weekend after.
Okay.
It's funny because as soon as I got the dates, I made the flyer up. I just updated the flyer, and I have to keep going back to that and looking at because I keep thinking of like last year's dates or the date, but it's always around the same dates.
Right. I'll do the permit for you tomorrow. That way we have it well in advance.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because otherwise, honestly, I'll forget to do it and that'll be, a whole other brouhaha. So I'll just do it tomorrow and send it to you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
No problem. Easy. Put my reminder for myself to do it.
We also.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Tone.
Hi, Tony.
Hello, everybody.
I'll give it a couple more minutes for Julie. I know we will be without Sue tonight. We will be without Chris tonight, and Rich is going to be late. So let's give Julie a couple more minutes. But we do have a quorum. So, well, actually, Jed just jumped off. So hopefully he's jumping back on so we can have a quorum again.
Dan, the pickleball courts there at Vets seem to be very popular.
They are. I can't wait. I can't wait till they're actually complete.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I you hear that sound, that recognizable sound.
It's unmistakable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just want to see the gates on there. I want to see the windscreens up, the fence permanently affixed. But it's used, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, Jed. Oh, we lost him again. And Bob, I can assume that you'll use the same times as you did last year for the fields, the Friday
Yeah.
night, and then all Saturday, and then Sunday till like 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, not even that late, but yeah.
Okay.
I think we probably did till like 5 o'clock last time, just to make sure that we could clean up and get everything
Okay.
out of there.
We'll do the same thing.
Thank you.
No problem. Jed, if you're there, Rich is going to be late, so that puts you in the position of chair at the moment. Jed, are you there? Gene, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm still working on this new computer. at least I got my name up there. That's about all I can do on this computer.
Right.
Gene, my computer doesn't have the camera in it, so that's why I use my iPad.
No, mine definitely has a camera, but and I can I can put myself up there, but then I can't see any of you, so.
Right.
I'll
All
keep
right, well-
working on it.
We don't have Rich at the moment. Jed is here, but I can't hear him or see him. So I'm going to call this meeting to order. Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
All right, so we'll call it to order. 7:04. I really have a quick agenda. It's nothing earth shattering. Just more delivering information. And just so you know, I scheduled this on purpose at this week. You know, normally we meet in October with college applications and life things that are going on in my house. I kind of delayed it a few weeks. Plus, this gets us through kind of the end of the year. So we'll meet again today, and then we'll meet again one more time before Christmas break. So just kind of give you a clue into what's going on there. So we'll probably be about 5 weeks out from today. Just kind of fill you in that. So programmatically, we're slow now, and that's kind of what we do this time of year. This is kind of our downtime. It's nice after a busy summer, and this is where we start gearing up for next summer. But so far we have pickleball going on. Lessons are full through March. Our instructor is absolutely fantastic. I got some great feedback on him today. I actually had somebody who came in offering to do lessons at nights. We don't have the gym time to do that, but maybe we'll look to do something outdoors in the spring with that. So pickleball is huge. People are starting to come in and play for the open time frame now that it's starting to get cooler out. So it's busy and it's going well. Our flag football program just ended on Saturday. We had to extend a couple of weeks because of weather and band competitions and not being able to get fields. So there was a lot of conflicts there, but 273 kids participated this year, which is a record for us. And I only heard one complaint all year. So that's good.
Wow. Can you hear me now, Dan?
I hear you now, Jed, and I can see you.
All right.
Good.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
That's all right. We have our Children's Playhouse program going on. That will run all the way until April. There's 24 kids in that program, and they are going to do a production at the end of the program. They're going to do Aladdin. So that should be very cool. Something that we look forward to participating in. We're doing fencing. We have 16 kids. That started last night. We have soccer shots for tots, the little guys. 26 kids signed up for that. That starts this Saturday. We're doing that at Greenwood. So we rented the school for that. We are going to do a winter break program. In the past, we've done that with Sports Zone. I have hired some of my summer camp staff to come back and work for me for 4 days to do a program with us. I think my staff can do as well as anybody. So they're the best staff I ever had. We took the best of the best, and they're going to do a winter break program. We'll do it just like Sports Zone used to, with drop-ins or a full week availability. But this kind of keeps the money in house. So I'm interested to see how that will go. We have a youth archery program that ends Tuesday of next week. That has 12 kids. That is full. He's also going to be doing a winter program, not necessarily through us, but with us. He's renting the gym, and that's going to run from the middle of November. No, I'm sorry, the middle of December until March. And he's doing Saturday nights, the time that honestly we'd struggle to rent otherwise. So it works out well for us. We have an adult mental first aid program coming up soon. We're doing that in conjunction with the Board of Health, the Boys and Girls Club, and the police department. That's going to be on 12/8 and on 1/12. That is actually filling up quite nicely right now. We can take a max of 30. Registration just started yesterday. I think we have about 15 registered already for each class. So we're doing really well. And honestly, we're going to have more things that we'll add in. We'll have little programs that'll trickle in between now and spring. It's nothing major because, quite honestly, I don't have gym time. We won't be able to do anything outside. The heritage room is actually pretty busy too, and I'll get into that. So we'll fill in holes where we can. Any questions about programs?
Yeah, Dean, you said one of your programs, you rented space at the Greenwood School.
Yeah.
How much does it cost the recreation department to use school space?
So it doesn't really cost me because we put it onto the contractor. So I told the contractor, here's what it's going to cost, roughly $50 an hour for the custodial staff. He basically, when we divvy everything up and after we pay out the school department, we're still getting our percentage. They're just taking a heck of a lot less than they would.
So the instructor could charge.
But he did-
fit
but he
that
did,
into
he
his
charged-
charge.
He charges exactly what he charged for outdoor classes.
He did.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So they'll still come away with a nice little profit from it, but he makes a lot more on the outdoor programs than the indoors. And again, they're still trying to build their clientele because they're new. The Soccer Shots for Tots. This is the third contractor we worked with. The first one, unfortunately, fell victim to COVID and they couldn't sustain themselves. The second one was out of North Andover, and he didn't have enough staff to come down here to do classes for us. So this is a new contractor who has the kind of the northeast portion of whatever they branch it out for. And he has our district now. So, and he's working out really well. He's a good guy. They actually volunteered their time at Town Day to do a demonstration. The demonstration went very well. They had a lot of visitors. So I think they're going to do very well for us going forward. And for them, it's advantageous to get their name out there and kind of just have more classes, keep it going. So it works out well.
Okay, thanks.
And it doesn't really cost me anything.
Okay, thanks.
Dan, if we can go back to the summer programs, do we have an idea what we took in and what we had to spend?
I can get
Kind of
back
a-
to you on. I can get back to you on those exact numbers next meeting. If I wasn't on this laptop, it'd be easy for me to pull up. I could give you on this laptop. It's a little bit harder for me to navigate. On my desktop, I can do it easy, but I can get you summer numbers. Summer numbers.
So Dan, I have a question.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of parents complaining about the school this week. There was no school on Tuesday, there's no school on Thursday, half day, la, la, la.
Yep.
What is the possibility? Why don't we volunteer or offer up the Civic Center as a place to vote instead of using our schools and closing all of our schools down for the day?
Not big enough.
That's not a me thing either.
Oh, I know.
it's
So
not
I
big
know,
Quite
but I
honestly,
mean,
it's probably a parking thing. It's probably there's not enough space.
there's enough space. I was there voting yesterday. I mean, it's a gym.
I'm guessing there's a lot of things, and quite honestly, because we have businesses upstairs, we have the food pantry downstairs, we have the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
I don't think it would work.
All right.
There's a reason that the town selected to go to Galvin. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. It's just I'm in there yesterday. I'm like, I hear everybody complaining about school closed again.
Yeah.
Because they closed K through 12. To use one school.
I think that if they did use a civic center for voting, you'd still have a huge problem. Because
You would have to close school for the day, though.
I don't know. How would parking be at Civic Center versus at?
They still had the
Yeah.
parent. They still had the student and the teachers doing
I know,
professional development. So it wasn't like they weren't parking in the parking lot.
right?
Were the teachers in, like, I could do mine from home. I work in Malden, so I just stayed home.
So
It's
Julie,
not
I do not know the
virtual.
answer to that one.
I don't know.
All right, you got me on that. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
the thought. I was
Jed,
sitting there
it's
yesterday,
a
like, wow.
huge, Jed, it's a huge parking issue. There's accessibility issues. It's a lot.
Yeah, accessibility.
But I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at any number of elections in Wakefield, and it's just for 7 precincts. I know it's a big gym, but it's not big enough. It's not
It's
as
the
big
same
as-
size, Gene.
No, it can't be.
How many square feet?
Basketball court.
How many square feet is Galvin?
It seems bigger.
Because I know we're 8,100 square feet.
I don't know.
All
I
right,
know.
whatever. It's food for thought. We can have to spend more time on that.
Yeah, that's way above my pay grade. But any other questions about programming?
I don't have a question. I just have a comment. About the mental health first aid. I took the youth mental health first aid class. And I just thought it was really well run. You can tell that the two that were presenting it, they knew their stuff really well. They played off each other really well, and having a free lunch was a nice touch. So it was good food
Good.
too. I was like, this is quality pizza right now, and salad and stuff. So it was great. And I'm not gonna take the adult one because I work with kids, but also they had
Right.
said it's like a lot of the same sort of stuff, but they did a great job and it was really well attended. So it was cool.
I'm glad that worked out and
Yeah.
we were brought into it because they needed somebody to handle the registration portion and
Yeah.
kind of get some word out, and we were happy to be part of that, and also to provide some space. So it was just a nice collaboration, and it's, as Julie, you were there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that goes unrecognized.
Yeah.
So to be able to do something like this and kind of get word out there and educate some more people is great. So. All right, so moving on to Civic Center stuff. So WBA started up on Monday. So far, so good from what I hear. We are beyond busy right now. We have several parties coming up this weekend. We have a large event that annually comes in. It's the Gun Foundation Holiday Marketplace. That will be on November 19th. The holiday strolls coming in on December 3rd. Like I said, we have the youth archery that's starting up on Saturdays after WBA time. The Heritage Room is just slammed with classes in the Boys and Girls Club and meetings and just other things that are coming that your baby showers, birthday parties. So busy there. The roof of the gym's being replaced soon. So we've been waiting on funding coming in from the state. Apparently that was held up for approvals, and not just for that, but for all sorts of projects throughout the state. But our delegation was able to get that through. So once that's signed, the town has a contractor ready to roll in and replace that gym roof, which is great because every time we get rain inside too. So it's a constant battle, but it'll be nice to have that fixed. And then the lower level, if you guys haven't been down to lower level of Civic Center recently, it was painted down in the food pantry hallway. So the food pantry, I guess somebody from, I don't know where, contacted DPW facilities and asked if they could put they could do some painting down there to display some art. And that was approved. Why, I don't know, but it was approved. We come in one day and the downstairs is mint green. Now, everything else in the building is either white, Navajo white, which is more of an off-white kind of tannish color, and gray. It was green. So I called facilities and said, listen, you got to come see this. This is wretched in my mind. And they came down and they agreed. So the food pantry had somebody else come and paint. It is now the same exact colors as upstairs, the Navajo white, the gray, and they painted all the doors too downstairs. So the doors, there's red doors, there's brown doors, there's gray doors. Everything looks uniformed. It looks fresh. It looks clean. So it's nice. It's just nice to have that and seeing everything kind of look, uniform now, which we haven't had yet. So that looks great down there. And like I said, we are beyond busy. But that's a good thing. That's why programmatically, I'm glad that we're slow because we're so busy with the Civic Center. Any questions about Civic Center stuff?
Yeah, Dan, actually, I was just thinking, I don't know, I've never thought to ask you this, like when we have parties or big rentals like that, like who from the recreation staff is there to like facilitate that? Is it you?
So I don't have a staff there. So we have a custodial staff
Okay.
or
the
custodial
custodians-
staff who weekends who are there. And yeah, we have good communication with them. So
Okay.
for a weekend thing,
Yeah.
Mackenzie O'Keefe, who is the working foreman for the facilities department, will send out, here's what's going on for the calendar for this week. And then I jump in and tell the guys, here's what these parties need. So it all works out very, very well.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
nice.
Any other questions about Civic Center? Nope. All right, so fields. High school sports are winding down. It's just high school football and the cross country at this point. Unfortunately, boys soccer got bounced last weekend, and so didn't girls field hockey. They had great seasons anyways, but it would have been nice to see them go a little bit further. Youth football is still playing. They have 3 or 4 teams in playoffs this weekend. Exciting for them. Youth soccer is winding down. My understanding is they are taking part in a couple tournaments, and then they'll be done after this weekend. We're looking to close fields around Thanksgiving like we always do. And then the big one is the fit court down at Moulton Park is complete. So that is built, it is installed, I actually have a meeting tomorrow with the National Fitness Campaign about the next steps, which is a ribbon cutting ceremony, whatever it is that we have to do for that. I think Dennis still needs to get some trash removed from there, but it looks really cool. It'll be nice next spring when we can program that out and actually have people down there to teach our seniors how to use it, teach our youth how to use it, teach anybody else who wants to use it, how to use it. And we're going to get a lot of people trained on how to do that. So that's an exciting thing. The next thing will be, can we get things done with the street hockey court and the old tennis court, and can we make that into street hockey and basketball? So that stuff's coming down the road, but we're not there yet. Questions?
Yeah, on the fit court, I thought there was like an app you get to use it.
There is an app that you can download onto your phone to show you different.
So is there a
exercises.
sign up at the park that says here's what the app
Yep.
is, or?
Yep, there is, and there's a QR code.
Oh,
You scan
perfect.
it, it'll
Okay.
take you
I'll take a
right
ride
where
down
to
there
go.
tomorrow.
So it's very cool. And I can tell that it's been used because you can see footprints up on the wall. So kids must be doing like military presses off of the rings that are there. So it's pretty neat.
That stays up all winter, right?
That's the, oh yeah, there's nothing there that can come down.
It's all weatherproof and
It's all weatherproof. Yep. And the crew that came to install it, one guy was from Montana, one guy was from Missouri, and the other guy who was like the graphics guy was from I think Rhode Island. So they were good crew of guys, worked really hard. They got good weather. When they came into town, it was terrible. But then the days after, it was all 70s. So that helped them through that. And they were busting out ours and one in Gardner at the same time. So ours got done first and then Gardner. But they had to
Right.
get the flooring down first because it had to be a certain temp. Otherwise, they were going to have to rent equipment to keep it warm overnight, so it would adhere and bond. We lucked out where we had the 70-degree weather. Gardner did not have such luck, so saved us on that end.
Dan,
Any
what was
questions
going on what was going on at the junior high school this weekend? A soccer tournament or something?
There was youth soccer there, and then there was flag football on Saturday night. You there, Tony?
Can you hear me all right? Having some
Yeah, I can hear you.
connection issues. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to up the game as far as picking up some of the trash containers in and around the fields there.
You think it was from the events or from before the events, after the events?
I think it's because of the events.
You think
There
what?
aren't enough, because they are the events and there's just not enough receptacles there. It doesn't take much to fill one of those barrels during an afternoon of soccer.
I can tell you that no matter how many barrels are there, just from seeing this all summer long, it won't matter. People, from my vantage point, are inherently lazy and they don't care. And I'm going around the fields during the summer, especially mornings, because I have my programs out there, picking up more trash than I can imagine. And there's plenty of barrels at that point. I know that it's been a concern, especially for Walton Park, the neighbors there, about noise after hours and trash left there, where kids have been taking whatever they got, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, whatever it might be, and they just wing it all over the place. But that is something that the town is aware of and something that they're working on. I don't know the plan at this point, but I'm in communication with them, the neighbors, and the town to find a way to remedy that. And the police, we're all involved. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, and my last question, was there any pushback on the contractor with the pickleball court at whatever, at the lake with the uneven surface, puddling?
So I haven't got any answers on it yet. But I am gonna buy some squeegees for there. So once the what do you call it? The windscreens are up. I'll feel comfortable leaving that kind of equipment on the courts.
Okay,
I just don't want it to be seen. Every court's gonna have some puddling.
I know, but it's bad.
Yeah, but when we get the squeegees there, it'll help some of it.
Okay.
Anything else? And actually, let me just put again, notes that I need to write to myself. So I can put this for the springtime and put it on my whiteboard. Squeegees for. That's. Any other questions about parks, programs, civic center? If there's nothing, I'm open to any questions, comments, or otherwise. Nothing? Okay. Well, Mr. Vice Chair, since
Yes,
our chairman couldn't make it, I guess it's on you to call
I'll
an
make a
adjournment,
motion
please.
to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
I'll second that.
Well done, Bob.
Thank you. First thing I said all night.
Not true. We discussed things.
Yeah, that's right.
We have your entire tournament plan now.
That's right. Yeah.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So our next meeting, like I said, will be roughly around, I had the exact date in my head earlier, December 14th. So we'll meet that week. So we're not right before Christmas because there's a lot going on then. Obviously, I hope everybody has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. It is my single favorite holiday of the year, and the Patriots play that night, so it makes it extra special. But yeah,
God
you know,
help us.
it but you know, I hope everybody has a great holiday with your families and your loved ones, because
You
again,
too.
it's my favorite day. So hope you all enjoy it.
Any chance of meeting in person on the 14th?
No, so that great question on that. From what I've been told, we are meeting remote through March. I know the town is installing cameras or recording equipment in all sorts of buildings, including the Heritage Room. So once we can go remote, once we can go live in person, we'll be in the Heritage Room. We'll be back in our spot, and I actually look forward to seeing everybody in person and having our little conversations afterwards. It's
Yeah,
not the same, you know.
No.
Haven't seen you guys in a few years now in person, so
crazy.
other than those who pop by and say hello, you know. So I look forward to that. But I think next spring is when we'll be able to do that.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys need anything, you know where to find me.
Yep.
Thanks,
Doing a great
Dan.
job.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks,
Thank you and
everyone.
good
Have a good
night.
one.
Have a great
Thanks, Dan.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Bye.
You too.